Today's topic might be one of the most important trainings you'll ever receive as a caregiver: mandated reporting. If you work in an adult family home, an assisted living facility, or any care facility where you care for vulnerable adults in any setting, you are legally required to report serious concerns like abuse, neglect, or dangerous conditions. Not only are you required to report, but doing so could save someone's life. In this video, we're going to walk through what you're required to report, how to report it, and what the law says about your responsibilities and protections. First, let's talk about who is considered a mandated reporter in Washington state. If you are a long-term care worker, you are one. This includes adult family home caregivers, assisted living caregivers, home care aides, certified nursing assistants, and nurses working in these settings. The legal obligation to report is outlined in the RCW and supported by the WAC. These laws state that long-term care workers must report suspected abuse, neglect, abandonment, and financial exploitation of vulnerable adults. You do not need proof to make a report. You are not the investigator, you are the reporter. If you see something, suspect something, or someone tells you something concerning, your job is to report it. Step 1 is to call the DSHS Complaint Resolution Unit, also known as the CRU. You can reach them anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by calling this number. Step 2 is to share important details, such as the client's name, the address of the home or the location, a clear description of what happened, and the names of any witnesses and your contact information. Your identity will remain confidential unless required by law. If the concern involves someone who lives in their own home or a non-licensed community setting, you can call Adult Protective Services, or APS, or you can use the DSHS online reporting portal. In emergencies, always call 911 if someone is in immediate danger. Now let's talk about what you must report. First, suspected abuse. This includes physical abuse such as hitting, slapping, pushing, or rough handling. It also includes verbal abuse like yelling, name-calling, humiliation, or threat. Sexual abuse is another critical category, which includes any unwanted or inappropriate touching, comments, or sexual contact. Red flags may include unexplained bruises, injuries, or sudden changes in a client's behavior, such as flinching, withdrawing, or expressing fear. Next, we have neglect. Neglect can include missed medications, poor hygiene, soiled clothing, lack of food or fluids, or failure to provide medical care. Leaving a fall-risk client alone or ignoring their care needs also falls under this category. Watch for warning signs like bed sores, dehydration, sudden weight loss, or unclean, unsafe living conditions. Another category is financial exploitation. This includes anyone, staff, family, or others, using a client's money, credit cards, or personal belongings without their permission or knowledge. It may also involve forging checks, coercing the client to give gifts, or changing their will. Red flags include missing items, unexplained financial transactions, or a client expressing confusion about their finances. You should also report serious safety concerns. These may include broken or malfunctioning medical equipment, understaffing, especially with untrained caregivers, or repeated medication errors that are not reported to the delegating nurse. It's also reportable if a client is being restrained, locked in a room, or isolated without a valid physician's order. In some cases, it's not what someone did, but what they failed to do that makes it reportable. This is called failure to act or negligent inaction. For example, if a facility fails to notify a nurse or a doctor after a major health change, or if staff attempt to hide or cover up an incident, you are required to report it. You might wonder whether reporting something could get you in trouble, especially if you're not completely sure what happened. But fortunately, Washington state law will protect you. If you report in good faith with sincere concern and it turns out that nothing was wrong, you are still protected from retaliation under the RCW. You can report anonymously if needed, and your employer is prohibited from retaliating against you as well. On the other hand, if you fail to report something that you are legally obligated to report, there could be serious consequences. These consequences could include the loss of your certification, civil fines, or legal penalties. After making a report, it's important to document what you saw or heard. This should include the name, the date, the time, what you witnessed, who was involved, and what action you took. You should also follow your facility's internal reporting policies. In many cases, this will involve completing an incident report form and informing your supervisor if it is safe and appropriate to do so. You are legally required to report suspected abuse, neglect, abandonment, exploitation, and dangerous conditions. You should report it immediately or as soon as you become aware of a concern. You are legally protected when you report in good faith, and your identity is kept confidential unless otherwise required by law. When we speak up, we protect the people who can't always do it for themselves. Just remember that you are not the investigator, you're the reporter. Document what you see, report what you suspect, and always follow the law. Maybe even imagine that the person you are caring for and that you're reporting on behalf of is your own family. How would you want them to be treated in this situation?